have Cry Havoc here, which we have had on pre-order for a while. And Marcin here will tell us more about it.
Hello guys, how are you doing? Greetings for Finnish guys. Yay! Finally, you found the portal to the Portal games. Excellent, and you found the Cry Havoc over here. So guys, Cry Havoc is one of the most anticipated games of 2016. Tom Vassell from the Dice Tower said that this is the best game of the year so easily, and that's what he said in the middle of the year, I'd say. So we are very happy that everybody speaks about Cry Havoc. That's because this is a game. It's all about, very big conflict between the 4 different factions, where the Trogs, inhabitants of the Lonely Planet between the universe, they found their crystals is a very big and very nice source to gather. So they just plant all the species on the planet. Apparently, humans became very strong and they came on the planet and they're trying to get as many places, as many areas as can do. From the other side, the machines, deadly machines, came on the planet. They are following humans to hunt them to the death. So machines came on the planet. They are trying to kill any living species on the planet. From the other side, from the far side of the universe, mysterious pilgrims came on the planet, and their purpose is to find those crystals and to use them for their purpose. So we have 4 very different asymmetrical factions, and in this game you are able to play with all of them. What's all about? It's about the conflict. It's area control. With the area control system on the planet, you have you rule your one of 4 factions. Each faction has a different skills, different buildings, different strategy, and in this case, within 45 to 90 minutes, you struggle against the other factions. That's roughly the game.
So, great deep sci-fi setting, which
yes.
In the end I don't think we have all that too many of. At least in this way, where it doesn't feel like copy-pasted.
No, not at all. This game is quite similar. Somebody just said, to the Blood Rage by Eric Lang or Kemet or Nexus Ops. I don't think this is a good interpretation of this how the game works. That's because it's a very unique game with a very unique battle resolution system. I haven't seen nothing like this in my entire hobby. Let's prepare some battle over here. Okay, so the defenders Trogs, they are trying to control this area. They are over here. That's their area. So they harvest some crystals. The crystals gain you some points during the game and also at the end of the game. But if you are pilgrims, you wanna attack this area. So you use your cards. At the beginning of the round, you draw 4 cards. You have 3 different symbols over here: movement, recruitment, and building structures. If I want to move, I use 1 or more cards to do it. So I can play, let's say, 4 cards. Then I have 4 arrows. That means I have 4 movements. So I can spread my units over the board. I use 1, 2, 3, and 4 movements. That means I used all my movements, and I started to engage my enemies. Because I'm the attacker, I need to point that I'm the attacking side. So that was my round. Everybody has 3 rounds during the one phase. 3 actions during the one round. When we resolve all the actions, the battle starts. We have to resolve battles as well. So, my point of interest might be to having the control over this area. Also, I can take some prisoners, or I just want to do attrition. So I'd like to have some slaughter against my enemies, with my enemies. So, as an attacker, I decide to put 1 or more miniatures from the attacker on the attacker side. Let's say I really want to have this this thing, this area. So I need to have a majority with the numbers of my units, because if there is a duel, it's a draw, defender wins. If I have more units over here, that means I take one prisoner from my enemies, and each of the miniature over here can kill the others. So as a defender, my enemy, he'd like to put. He doesn't have an option, because even if he puts those miniatures over here, he loses. So he decided to put those miniatures to get one of the pilgrims. Then, when both players resolve the miniature step, attackers, then the defender is able to play one or more cards during the battle resolution, during the battle. So let's say pilgrims can move one of the miniatures from the one battle objective to the different one. That means he saw the plan of his enemy, so he decided to play this card, because he doesn't want to lose one of the miniatures. So he decided to put those guys over here. Now the Trog, he's able to play one or more cards. Let's say he will play, if he has, of course, because you can use those cards to resolve some actions, or to use it as a battle card. So maybe Trogs had very nice hidden card. Maybe he doesn't have it. Okay, let's play this one and that one. Move one of your miniatures from one battle objective to a different one, so he can swap those miniatures over here. That means he will win the battle. But he decided to place those miniatures over here. That's because was very cunning plan was to treat with the pilgrims, and he had very tricky one card in his hand, the shifted priorities. He, as a last action, he played that card and resolved the battle objective in reverse order, beginning with the attrition objective. So he decided to kill those miniatures, and that's the result. He resolved the attrition, so he gained 2 victory points for killing 2 guys. Then the pilgrims took one of the enemies as a prisoner. During each round, sorry, I forgot. I'm very tired.
No problem.
This prisoner gives 1 victory points each round for pilgrims. Then we have to resolve the majority with the area control. That's because this is a draw here. Defender wins. So Trox remains over here on this area control, and even if Pilgrims has more miniatures, he has to go away. He has to move back. So he put those miniatures on the friendly controlled system. That means Trox, they still control this region. At the end of the round, if the scoring is enabled, they score a certain amount of points, and Pilgrims stays with nothing. This battle resolution system is very clever, because even one battle one-on-one can put can destroy your enemy's strategy.
Yes, there is obviously a lot of bluffing involved, where you start trying to look a certain way with the battle, but you're trying to actually turn it into something else. I love this mechanic. This is something
with no dice.
I'm a poker player.
All right, so that's the bluffing
always gets me
system.
going.
Yeah, exactly. And also we can use those special terrain cards. Those terrain must suit to this kind of terrain. So you can't play. Basically, you can't play water or mountains. Water or desert over the area where you have mountains and the jungle. So that means you can see what's your enemy planning, how different cards he is able to draw, and you'd like to maybe you may protect yourself against his plans. Also, what's very important, you can use your buildings to overwhelm your enemies. Let's say you play machines, and this is a battle between trucks and machines over here. And during the machines action, you can use, if you build drones, that's building drones. You can use this card with the wrench or something, whatever it is, as an action. You can use one or more buildings to activate them. So those drones can go over the different area and kill one enemy, even if there is a battle running. So as a machines, you use your skills, natural skills, to do it. Also, you have an orbital sniper. Let's say you have an orbital sniper over here. You don't want to struggle with those trucks. So you decided to use this orbital sniper to kill instantly one enemy on the board which is not engaged with any battle. So I'm going to use this orbital sniper to kill this truck. Then with the next action I move 4. Let's say 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I engage the battle. So I'm the attacker. Truck is in trouble. So this, as you can see, this game is all about the conflict. If you love Blood Rage, if you love Kemet, if you love Nexus Ops, you'll be in love with Cry Havoc. That's what I can guarantee you guys.
I think we got a pretty good picture of the basic game mechanics and just loving the theme. So thank you, Marcin. I think you guys have done a really awesome job with the game, and you also fought through your tiredness pretty well.
I'm tired as hell.
We all are.
I'm tired as the trucks that are struggling with all the enemies for all the time. That's why.
Hey,
thank you very much,
thank
guys.
You.
And as I said, greetings for all the Finnish guys. Support Portal Games, guys. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and visit your favorite stores and grab the Cry Havoc. It's available roughly in your stores, and it will be available for sure for next month.
Cool. Thank you.
Bye bye.